Hey guys, this is gonna be part 3. Part 2 I have to divide up and edit, so don't mind that. But this part, I don't even know what I left off on, but I definitely want to wrap this part. I'm gonna wrap this. I feel like I feel like a therapist that is bailing out on their sessions. And I'm gonna keep having a conversation with my ancestors because this is becoming hard for me. But not like in like, yeah, it is actually. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to talk about it until pretty much this shit is cleared and I'm getting, you know, I get my justice. So I watched a few tarot videos this week, and you know, I still get sometimes excited about the idea that I had about this relationship, and I sometimes take the tarot videos and run with them. You know, I'm like, okay, I can stay in there a little bit longer, but I really got to take that 5 of Pentacles energy and walk the fuck away. You know what I mean? Like, walk the completely fuck away. Because I was rewatching the video, and I can always tell the vibrations of like who's watching it. I don't know, that's just like, now that I gain it, I feel like that's how people are able to tune in. Like, self-critical people are able to tune into their followers a lot better than people who don't give a fuck and just upload, you know. And I was one of those people who just didn't give a fuck and upload it, you know. Of course you have to set your intention, so my intention is definitely for everyone to heal from this video if you haven't went through a similar situation. Because everyone that pretty much that I got locked up with had like a similar story where, you know, there's a lying ass dude who was in a heated moment, got pissed off, and, you know, try to throw the woman underneath the bus, you know. But to me, that's pussy shit. So we're gonna get to the healing. I do want to read a script for today of this book that I'm reading, Women Who Do Too Much, because I do way too much. So let's go to that. What's today? Today's the 27th, I think. Okay. It's 27th, y'all. Awareness of process. He was teaching me something about flow, about choosing the right moment for everything, about enjoying the present. Robin Davis, okay? Sometimes our teachers appear in the most unlikely forms. Robin Davison is speaking of an old Albergine. I never heard that word before, so don't, whatever. Okay, it's Albergine. Anyway, I need a boyfriend that literally helps me pronounce words, because like talking to yourself out loud, you know what I mean? All right, anywho, who traveled with her for a while. Although their cultures were vastly different, he taught her some elemental wisdom that needed to be acknowledged and experienced in her culture. We all need to know about flow. Nothing gets done at once, even when we demand it. Work and living in a series of nonlinear events. Timing is also very important. We cannot correct and edit a report until it is written. When our boss is having a bad day, it is not a good idea to bring up interpersonal problem that happened last week. We cannot control another's reactions by choosing the right moment, and when we choose the time that is best for us. And we always have the choice to stop and enjoy the present. When I stay in my present, I have the opportunity to experience the flow of my life. When I stay in the present, I have the opportunity to experience the flow of my life. Again, I'm going to let the cards choose the topic, okay? I'm going to try not to bail on this 6-part, guys, but I don't know. I don't think it's necessary. I think I can do 3 parts. Or maybe at a later date, you know, once I have, you know, gained the fulfillment, really, because I don't know. I've really been fatigued these last few days since watching it, you know, my previous video. You guys haven't even seen part 2 yet. But I also think he likes this attention, you know. He likes this attention, especially because I'm not gonna ever, you know, I'm gonna always look like the happiest person in the room, you know. So we're gonna pull 3 cards. Codependency again. Unrequited love. Thank you. I needed that to come up. And deception. Perfect. Okay. Unrequited love. That's the heart of this matter. Absolutely. When I tell you guys, so in the police report, right, he put, I called him over 50 times, which is, you know, that's light to me. But I remember actually doing it. I sat on my bathroom and I was like, And it wasn't that I was doing it to be, you know, away, but I was just like, let's discuss this, you know? So for me, I'm one of those people who like to prove, I don't know, I'm very excessive. And when I'm pissed off about something, I'm going to excessively do something just because you made something like, you made 50 look like that was cheap. That was lame to me. You know what I mean? Like, that was just like, okay. So I escalated that throughout this year. I completely stopped communicating with him on 422. So, you know what I mean? But unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I don't know at what point that I realized that, or when I probably already realized that from the beginning, but I think I just came to the conclusion here recently. When all that stuff was happening in 2015 for me, and I made the, you know, the side chick video, etc., I realized at that moment, this is the reason, that moment that I had with the woman was me addressing myself, you know, and how I determine, or how I view relationships. Okay, so I came to acceptance, like, hey guys, like, I like third parties, you know, but I don't like deception. We already clarified that. The other part was, I don't ever hold men accountable. Who was that? My boy. He said, yeah. Okay, let me reply to this. What he said, what you need. Okay, I'm gonna tell him in a minute. Okay, in a minute. This is always happening to me. The power is always in my hand. The power is always being able to take back, okay? You're always in power. There's always some form of power in whatever adversity you're going to. And I really want to share that. You know, I want to make this more informational and more healing for other people. You're always in the power that you... Oh, good. My cousin's here. I need her to take me to the store. You're always in your power. No matter what you do, you're always in your power, okay? There's always some form of power. So, I had a power play. You know, a boss offered me a way to basically get him to fuck out the job, and I didn't take it, you know? I felt like me being here in this moment right now was more important than me staying at that job. So I was like, you can stay at that job. I know how much you make, and that's okay, you know what I mean? So my mind was like, I can have more than this, you know? My mind at that moment was like, instead of you, I can have more than this. I would have been so much to shit at that job. You know, guys don't understand. I would have been like I was like gonna be one of the firsts, you know what I mean, within the company. But I guess God's gonna give me more firsts in the world, you know, rather than the first in a company. You know, I could be the first in my own type of company. So I'm grateful for that. But even in this position, I found out his father was like someone who could, I don't know what the man could do with his job description, but I don't know what son would embarrass their own father enough to lie on something like that. That's all I really want to say. Like, I don't know what son hates their father that much that they would lie on something that you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, he now has to confront this, you know? You now have to confront this. You know that young lady, you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, it wasn't like somebody was like, he was like, hey, you know, I don't want to be with you, blah, blah, blah. This all started because I told him the truth. I told him the truth, you know? I told him the truth. And then I let him know, this is the reason why I don't want niggas meeting my family. And after that outburst happened. You know what I mean? I'm grateful to be you know, they always say never be with somebody if you don't see their anger, their, you know, if you don't see all their range of emotions. And this, me being able to see all the range of his emotions is this, you know what I mean? Now, I have a best friend that we've been through some shit together, you know what I mean? Grief, all of that. And he's been able to been like, Nico, you know what I mean? And face me. And I'm just like, that's integrity to me, you know what I mean? Oh, what's going on with my, what you call leaves? You know what I mean? That's integrity to me. And when a man is integrable, of course we can talk about this. You know what I mean? I may not move the same way I used to move with you, but of course we can talk about this. You understand me? So that codependency. Like I said, I don't really want to finish. I'm really in therapy with myself. The camera is so therapeutic. Like, this is one of the best inventions ever created besides mirrors, okay? Yeah, but it was a lot of codependency. So let's pull some other cards. A lot of codependency. I don't even want to lie to y'all. Like, I really don't want to lie to y'all. I text this man probably over 1,000,000 times. Like, okay, you want to gas about 50 calls? Bitch, I'll make it 1,000. I'll make it 1,000,000. You know what I mean? I hope I made it to 1,000,000, because at the end of the day, you're doing the most. There's a way to, I'm logical enough to know there's a way to reject me. You understand? There's a way to reject me. And then to have your family excessively cuss me out, and they don't know me, that does nothing but bring karma to themselves. It does nothing but bring karma to themselves. Man, I've been called an ugly bitch by this nigga. Like, all of this black bitch, like, all of these words, I'm just like, wow, bro, like, you do realize, like, you have people in your family that look just like my black ass. You understand me? So at first, and, you know, in the beginning, I felt like it was like a family test. Like, you know, since you don't want to meet them the regular way, I don't like to make you read them the way and see if you really disrespectful. So I, you know, in my mind, I was like, let me pass these tests, you know. I was like, this isn't how I expected to talk, but, like, you know, no, I'm not disrespectful, and I'm very family oriented, you know. My goal is to always have a sister-in-law. Like, I really want a bigger sister-in-law. Like, that's something I really desire. So that's probably what my spouse, you know, my spouse would have. But he really had, like, I really came to the conclusion that I don't want to be married. I don't want to be married. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to, like, say that to the universe, because I don't want to be married. I don't want to be tied to nobody like that. Like, I really don't. Like, I really don't. I really don't. Like, I don't. Like, I really don't. And it's not that he, like, spoiled my idea of love. Like, I still think it's beautiful. I still think that a man can be, like, a great person for me. I do. I do. Like, I do believe I'm gonna find that, but, like, I don't even like the idea of it. Like, that's how it felt to me. Like, I felt like, I said this to him, like, that codependency, you know, it definitely inflicted a lot of childhood wounds. Like, my mom was abused in front of my face, you know what I mean? And I remember his family, my mom's ex-husband, his family, like, used to, like, be old, like, I watched them. Why are they, like, he will, like, abuse my mom, and I'm just, I know she don't care that I said this, and I'm sorry that you went through that, mommy, but, like, that just, like, for somebody, like, to be okay with it, like, as a woman, like, women, the women in your life, like, to be like, I'm okay with you abusing this girl, like, you know, like I said, there's a way to fucking deny somebody, like, there's a way to say I don't want you, but to take my freedom away, and when I would never do that to you, you know what I mean, like, I would never do that to somebody, man, like, I got a best friend who will beat the fuck out of this nigga, like, on sight type shit, but I would never, like, I care about this black man's, like, my best friend, I care about his life so much, and he got children. I'm like, why'd I even put you in a situation that I put myself in? You know what I mean? So you ain't got to worry about nobody coming to fuck you up. Life gonna do that, baby. Life gonna do that. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would never do that. I've been holding niggas down in jail for the longest, and, like, I would never do that. That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? People, they sending that type of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my morals are so fucking high. And I'm just like, to have a nigga that's laying next to me that's an enemy, that's some enemy shit. You know what I mean? And I feel sorry for the bitches that fuck with you. Like, I feel sorry. Like, and in my brain, I'm like, yeah, I do. Like, he asked me this question. He said, what if a woman hits you? You know, that like I said, that shit triggered me. That codependency, that shit triggered me. I'm like, fuck, if a woman hits you, what you think it's okay? No, bruh, I'm gonna have to figure who the fuck you are out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to figure out who you are. I don't give a fuck how mad a bitch make you. You put your hand, attraction. I don't give a fuck how mad a bitch make you. You put your hands on worth waiting for. Fuck out of here. My real love is worth waiting for, and give your relationship a chance. I don't even flex at people. Like I want to fight them. Like I said, I'm very silent to threats. If you want to beat my ass, but you gonna have to hit me first or jump on it. You know what I mean? Or jump on it. Like I said, there's motherfuckers that's hold niggas down in jail. They miserable as fuck too. That's why bitches be ready to. That's why bitches be ready to fucking co-sign on that shit. Was ready to co-sign on that shit. Y'all gotta man. Like I said. I ain't giving no more fucking clout to this nigga. Because I know who the fuck I'm gonna be, and I know how much work I put in. Motherfuckers be lying about the fucking teams they play for and shit. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Like, Motherfuckers they be operating from low vibration. So that's how I felt, you know. So I felt very chained, like the devil energy. I felt very chained. I'm like, cause you know, I don't think it was myself. Like I really was. I went through that phase. I'm like, is it my self-esteem? Like, is it my self-esteem? Like, I'm an excessive person, you know what I mean? So I already know, like, I do a lot, and I really, and that's what kind of fucked me up too. I'm like, I don't know when this is appropriate and when it's not at this point, you know? I don't know when it's appropriate and when it's not. That attraction. You're meant to enjoy this moment fully. So I was just enjoying the moment fully. I'm like, is it my self-esteem? Or do I just got a different thorough way of doing shit? You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't deserve that. A lot of people don't deserve that, man. Do not deserve that shit. Yeah. I'm just, you know, out of these 5 years, I really had to learn how to take forgiveness from people who don't be sorry. You know what I mean? He was okay with me just texting him. He was okay with me just texting him, reading my shit, reading my love. Because the nigga didn't have it. He didn't have his own self-love. And I realized that was nothing but projection. That was nothing but projection. You know I'm a happy ass person. You know what I mean? You know I'm a joyful ass bitch. You know I can get heart-to-heart conversations just with myself. You know I ain't motherfucking. And the thing is, that 7 of Cups, that option was that was necessary for me at one point in life. So, you know, not need the stability, not need a certain answer from somebody. And maybe even up until this point in this moment, I needed that up in the air. I needed people that, you know, have something to tame them. Okay, good. Stay optimistic about your love life and new love. I will, Spirit. Thank you. I will. Matter of fact, protection. I had to realize those words too. What is projection? What is that separation? Recently, my dad, man, he be irritating the hell out of me. I put that on my life. He be irritating me. So, like, you know, we talk, like, he don't even really want to discuss it because he's like, what the fuck you keep going through this for? Like, you know what I mean? My dad thinks very highly of me. I'm his only daughter, you know? You know what I mean? So, I don't, there's this 8 of Wands, too, leading the energy. You know, like, of course, you know, my dad wants me to be, like, the best, and especially if my dad has a network of niggas that I could be with, you know what I mean? But I don't want nobody just to set me up. I want to find my own love, you know? Sometimes you gotta let sometimes you gotta let that shit, you gotta let people play matchmaker, because I play really good matchmaker. Everybody that I matched up, they either married or together, you know what I mean? Married or together. So I'm like, okay, it ain't the idea that I see of love. But then I realized, okay, I did more chart learning, y'all. I did more reading about my chart. I learned more obsessiveness about my chart, and I realized that I don't remember what it's called, but something in my Neptune or something like that. Something in my chart. I don't really like giving out my chart yet, just because, for what? Princess of Pentacles. My chart. It basically, I attract people in the love department in my 8th house that, make me illusionary to relationships, and people usually take advantage of me, i.e. why I'm always going through like excessive drama. And I know some of my friends probably be irritated with me because I give bomb ass advice, like, you know what I mean? I give great pussy advice, I give great bomb advice, you know what I mean? But my shit just be flopping. I don't even be knowing why. I be like, damn, why my shit be flopping? You know what I mean? That makes me feel like a failure. Like, that really does make me feel like a failure. But I'm like, well, at least I know I'm not no settling bitch. I'm not no settling bitch. I ain't gonna settle on shit. You know what I mean? And then the main reason I didn't really want to, like, granted, you get that 30 days to let them know, like, hey, the police report is falsified. I didn't do that. I didn't take that opportunity, so I take very much responsibility for that. I didn't defend myself quick enough. I didn't defend, like, I wanted to wait till I haven't seen him. I wanted to wait till, you know, the first one was gone over. And then to go back and, like, jab me and make it where the state picks my shit up, that's a problem for me. That's a problem for me. You know what I mean? So that makes it even, like, even more, it's like, okay, you really are threatened about who? Bree! What? I need to go to Strax. Oh? To the store. Okay, I'm not in a rush, but can you do it? Yes or no? I'm not about to go nowhere right I said I don't need it right now, but can you do it?
I don't know.
Okay. Anywho. I can feel that shit in my heart. It's gonna be a good summer. Alright, so I'm gonna pull some more cards for this energy. And never put yourself in a position to need people. I tell you that. I tell you that. Alright. So Knight of Pentacles. Stopped a lot of my money flow. But I ain't tripping on it because it definitely helped me sharpen up my business skills. You know what I mean? Four of Swords. Revelation, new thoughts about yourself, new thoughts about your environment. Let's read that up. I'm no longer confused, really. You know what I mean? I'm no longer confused. Depletion, burnt out, exhaustion. I was definitely exhausted. I remember sleeping so much. I mean, I do that anyway when I'm sad and depressed, so I like sleep anyway, but you know what I mean? Especially working in the spiritual realm. And then, oh my gosh, I want to talk about this. I cut my hair off. When I get pissed off, I need something excessive or like wild to really kind of, I don't know, just to re-inspire me, cut the wisdom off, cut the inspiration off, or start the inspiration. Okay, Four of Wands reverse. Relationship obviously wasn't gonna happen. Ten of Pentacles, but it also gonna manifest me into some money. I knew it is, you know. It's happening now. It's all the seven, which one call it? The Chariot. Things are definitely gonna be moving. The Tower. Life has burn, you know, things have to burn for them to start. The Hermit. Yeah, I took that time. Lovers is the lady energy. I took that time for myself because I needed it. I needed it so deeply. So that's why I was okay with spending that 6 days. I learned a lot about tarot. I learned a lot about tarot. I learned about how to play my cards too. And I think this is what this energy gives me too. It gave me a lot of restoration. It gave me a lot of clarity. My hair grew quicker. Shit, I went from bald head last year to she got some hang time on me. You know what I mean? So when these themes or these cards come up for you, and even when it hurts in the moment, always know that a brand new you is on the other side. Okay, a brand new you is always on the other side. No matter what. And don't be afraid of unrequited love. You know, when somebody show you they ain't giving that effort, that energy, do not be naive to the fact that they gonna give it to you later at a later time. Why would you even want it at a later time? Why would you want something like that at a later time? You know, you try to play that that if it's meant to be card. No, bitch, it's not meant to be. You know, as a man, you know. As a man, I know men are chasers. As a man, you know. And when a man know, he gonna put you in a position to be in his life. You know what I mean? And granted, I was blind. Like, I was like, okay, why is all these family members, if I'm a stalker, why are all these family members in my life? You know what I mean? Why are you giving me introduction to all these people that I don't know nothing about? I don't do background checks when it comes to people. You know what I mean? So yeah, I held on a lot longer than I needed to. I definitely did. So that's it, y'all. No more discussion. This is all I want to talk about. This is all I want to say. I will continue using voice memos for myself. Yeah, if you want a tarot healing session, hit me up. Link in the description box. I didn't put the videos in the box because I felt like they were open already, so you guys can check that out. Okay? And everything will crown, ladies.